All right, so I'm going to be building this staircase here. I kind of been trying to work on this thing for a while, but haven't gotten to it. And in the meantime, I'm just going to be talking about financially, like it's such a mess right now in this country, and it's kind of going to get a little bit political, and I really don't like any political at times, but you know, it's kind of like goes hand in hand. I guess I'm gonna just clear these trees around here just so I could like have a nice like way of getting down this hill. But it kind of all starts with the amount of wealth disparity there is around the entire world, especially here in the United States. Like if I'm correct, I'm not so sure about this number, but basically it's like this whole like idea of like an 80-20 rule, where it's like 80% of like the world's money is controlled by the 20% of the population. And you know, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong and all sorts of stuff. I really don't mind any corrections. If anything, I welcome people to just go ahead and like tell me, hey, you're wrong about this, just because, you know, I'm not an expert about it. So, but yeah, so the bottom 50%, well, the top 1% has more money than the bottom 50% combined or some shit like that. And that is an insane number to me. Like, you just imagine, I guess, like half of the population just not being able to afford to pay rent, to pay bills. When you are in this situation where you don't have money to like get around in life, it definitely sucks. Imagine how much people like are in need of money while you got guys driving over here like an entire mortgage on the streets. Like, that to me is insane. And I'm not trying to come off as a socialist or communist or whatnot, because that's like what like a lot of hardcore capitalist people will say. The fact that only a couple people are enjoying the wealth and the money, and they're, if anything, they're splurging the fucking money. Like, they don't need to drive a $250,000 car, or you know, there's people over here driving $1 million worth of a car, or driving like, I don't know, $500,000 of private jet just for themselves and shit. While over here we have like single mothers or single fathers barely being able to scrape $1,000 for their rent or for their bills or for their food. And it's such a insane problem that we have going on. And I understand, like, you know, most of these people that made it there to this amount of wealth worked hard for it, or at least had the skills to be able to make that much money. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But it's still an insane situation that I don't believe that everyone is equal. Obviously, you know, there's people who are more gifted than others in terms of talent, and maybe they're a bit more better with their money and are able to leverage their money for their own personal benefit, which is great and all. But it's like, it's just really crazy to me, like, when you start thinking about it in that certain way. And I don't think we should really blame anyone for it. Maybe the only person we could start blaming that type of problem is, I don't know, the government, because like we can provide way better alternatives for these people to be able to get out of poverty and stuff. Or, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's like a lot of government funded stuff in order to be able to get out of these problems for like these single fathers, single mothers, or families in like deep poverty. But it still sucks. It sucks because we have, if you think about it, we have all the resources in the world in order for us to all be equal, in order for us to, you know, have enough sustainable things. And as long as like we all work together as a team, we'll be able to achieve whatever we want to achieve now. But unfortunately, we're not like that, like humans. And human selfishness goes so crazy and so and it's so bad to the point where you will have people make so much fucking money and not even need like 90% of that money. Like, they will be so fine with only like 10% of that. I work as a server, and there's been times where I've seen people spend like, motherfuckers are over here fucking spending $1,000 on a single night. And that's fucking crazy to me. And yeah, maybe they'll be like, oh, well, you gotta make your money, you know, like, get your money up, bro. Like, that sounds like a personal problem. Yeah, maybe it is a personal problem, but it's like a rant, and that's why I'm talking about these certain things, because it's insane, the wealth disparity. Well, would disparity be a good word? I don't even know if disparity is a good word for that, but you know, the amount, the proportion between the, what am I trying to get here? I got distracted because I was trying to see if like my staircase is gonna come out pretty well. Let me go to sleep though, because I don't want no fucking zombie ruining my plans. All right, so I just researched, and yeah, disparity is the correct word I was going for. All right, I'm gonna just show you like some raw clips of this, maybe, just because, I don't know, I don't want to seem like someone that knows what they're doing. Kind of want to seem like I kind of don't know what I'm doing, because, you know, I'm just trying to have a good time here, just doing this for fun. I already kind of accepted that if I'm going to be a YouTuber, it's not because I'm a good YouTuber. Like, it's because somehow people ended up liking my style for some reason. And I hope that's the case. And if that's not the case, well, it was fucking fun while it lasted, right? Who cares? Well, I guess, all right, I'm going to go to this next point. It's crazy that all these rich people, especially like Elon Musk, was able to spend a good amount of his money, I believe it was like $100 and something million worth of that money, of his own money, to be spent on the campaigning for Trump. In order for you to become a president, you would have to be able to raise millions and millions worth of dollars. And like, at that point, that money could be used in a way better form than what we are currently using it for, like these campaigns, right? Well, in the government, there's also this problem where in presidential elections, and I could be wrong about this, but if I'm correct, like since like 19 something, most of the president's campaigns have been like millions worth of dollars. You know, who was it? I think it was Bloomberg when he was campaigning and shit. Like, he spent like millions on his campaign from his own money trying to become a president. And it's like, that happens every 4 years. Imagine like how much money ends up getting fundraised for all these like candidates to become president. And instead of spending that much money on these campaigns and all these events to try to get more voters, where only like about 60% of the people end up voting for, you know, like that's kind of seems like a waste to me. Like, it's 60% of the nation, and it's such a waste of money, because it's like every other 4 years, like every 4 years. I just feel like money could be spent in way better forms. All right. And I guess for the next episode, I'm gonna like build the actual staircase, because right now I'm just doing like the planning of the staircase here. Because recently I've been very busy in my personal life and haven't been able to upload as much as I would like to. But yeah, so thank you for staying in tune for this video. If you watched the entirety of it, I appreciate you a lot. And this is KoLinZe signing off once again. Thank you. Oh, I completely forgot to say that if you would like to leave a comment about whatever I was talking about, I read the comments all the time. So yeah, go ahead, leave some feedback. Even though there's some trolls there, but it is what it is. It's YouTube after all. So yeah, this is KoLinZe signing off again.